It's time for Dialogue this week, where we discuss culture, sports and the latest trends with experts and interesting people from around the world. Today we speak with Tommi Tiilikainen, a top volleyball coach from Finland who came to South Korea in 2021 to lead the Incheon Korean Air Jumbos following the championship winning season, before leading them to yet another successful series. Very warm welcome to you, Tommi. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, nice to meet you. It's great to be here.
Yeah.
Let's have a great chat.
We were very excited about this interview, and I have a bunch of questions for you. Now, first of all, congratulations on the V-League Coach Award.
Thank you.
And well, your career is remarkable, really, because you began your coaching career very early at the age of 25, and you are the youngest coach ever in any Finnish national sports league history to lead a team to a championship. And of course, now you're here in Korea, and here as well, you're the youngest head coach in the history of the V-League. So you joined the club last season, and the Incheon Korean Air Jumbos won yet another championship title. So, well, I'm really curious, what would you say is unique about your coaching style?
Yeah, tough to say what is unique just about me. I'm sure like every coach will create their own culture and will bring their own ideas. So I can only talk about my own things. I would just say that over my career, I think I was really fortunate to work with lots of very strong players. Also in Korean Air, we have a very strong roster of players. So I mean that's big reason why good things are happening, and biggest reason for that. But let's just say what I wanted to do with the guys was to create the culture in our training gym and in our daily work that I want, and maybe something different would be that we really try to push different ideas, new ideas. All the ideas, they don't work, but we give the chance to try it out, to make mistakes, to learn from them, to figure out what works the best. So that was something we talked over the year a lot, being curious, being open for searching better and better ways.
And well, you've moved across the world here to South Korea, and well, what is the team culture like with the Incheon Korean Air Jumbos? I mean, how does it work with your philosophy of breaking and taking off all limitations?
Yeah, I mean, guys generally they take the challenges very well that I'm giving to them, and yeah, if you come for our training gym, we play lots of volleyball. It's we have always some sort of games of volleyball going on, and yeah, about the culture, what would I say is that we have everybody really zoned in, understanding that we have lots of freedom outside the court, but when it's game time, when it's training time, everybody are really zoned in, going 100%, putting focus in our daily work. So hopefully, if you come for our gym, you feel that something special is happening over there. That's something what we want to create.
I see. And well, upon choosing to come to South Korea, you said you were looking for an adventure. So, well, first of all, why South Korea, and why the Incheon Korean Air Jumbos?
Yeah, well, I visited Korea a couple times when I was working in Japan with my team there, and I also visited Korean Air facilities some years ago, maybe 4 years ago, and yeah, ever since I thought that if there's a chance to come to Korea, I would really love to be part of Korean volleyball and challenge myself and see how I can help there. And yeah, the opportunity came. I was contacted by Korean Air, and for me it was very clear that this is a challenge I want to take. And yeah, I'm happy to make that decision. I'm really happy that the club gave me a chance for that.
And well, you had a very memorable season, and what would you say were some of the key moments that would have perhaps contributed to the adventure that you were seeking?
Well, we started the season with a little bit different system. We play with two opposites on the court, which is a little bit unconventional system, but we saw potential in it at the beginning. Then when our roster was full, all the players were healthy and ready to play, we came back to, let's say, more normal systems. But the beginning was quite interesting. It was a new experience for me also. Then of course there was some moments during the year that we started giving more and more ownership for the leaders on the team to really to lead the team on the court, and giving more and more voice for the players. And I think that was big turning point for everybody, feeling good working together. So maybe I would say those two, like starting with a little bit special way, then you know, at the beginning me pushing my ideas a lot for the guys, and then eventually guys taking over and having ownership.
And while your coaching has taken you to various places around the world, and you did begin your coaching career in Finland, then you went to Germany, then to Japan, and now here in South Korea. So I wonder what makes volleyball different in Asia compared to Europe? What really are the differences that you noticed?
Yeah, well, to put it really simple, black and white in a way, that probably Asia there's more skill, and then in Europe there's a bit more physicality. Maybe that's something I could say. I don't know if it really is like that always, but I like that, you know, in Asian volleyball there's more skill work, or sorry, more skills on the court.
And of course, your coaching career has taken you to many places around the world, and communication has been said to be one of your strongest points while you were in Europe. And how has that been a challenge for you, though, during your time in Asia, your 4 years in Japan and now here in South Korea?
Yeah, of course, it's difficult to work with people if we don't have the same language. And in Japan and Korea, I've been working with translators, and yeah, it's just tough that you can't have the one-on-one conversation that, you know, you could if you speak the same language. So it's more obviously more difficult to have a connection for people. But I must say that especially our previous year, our translators really made this topic as easy as possible for me, and I'm sure all the foreigners in our team. So, but yeah, of course, this is something that is very different if we don't have the same language.
Well, you've been in Korea for over a year, and it seems that you've already caught on to this 빨리빨리 or hurry culture here in South Korea. And it seems that you've been perhaps adapting your coaching style a little bit. How have you been incorporating this into your coaching, and is it working out for you?
Yeah, Pali traffic is crazy. I think that's part of it too. Yeah, no, generally I think in our sport we want to play fast volleyball. Our slogan was that we wanted to play fast and smart. That's something we really pushed, and I think we could reach another level in the future. We can do more of this, more in both areas, being faster, being smarter. But then also, of course, like from coaching point of view, and what we want to do in the gym, we want to train in a way that we get better as fast as possible. You know, we get much improvement, and that's of course something for me to always, and for the staff to figure out how do we train a little bit better, how do we create a little bit better training environment for the guys. But I'm sure that the guys are ready for the challenge.
And do you think you've completely transitioned to a leader-only role, or are there certain times when you want to go back to the court and just jump right back into the game again?
Yeah, I love volleyball. Connecting the dots behind was very clear for me that It hurted at the time when I got injured and I could not play more, but for me it's very clear that my role is to be a coach. And for that question, no, I'm not really seeking to go back on the court. I love being on the sideline.
Maybe you're just being too modest here, but well, Korean volleyball is in the off-season at the moment. Well, what happens during the off-season for you and for members of the team?
Well, yeah, of course we had a long season and with a fantastic ending, and after that it's time for some holiday, and yeah, we had seven weeks off, and then we go back to team training after that. So I'm sure people, I would imagine they spend some time with their families, loved ones, and maybe travel a bit. And actually, that's what I'm doing. So let's say I'm staying in Europe for about a month, and then I go back. First week of June, the training continues, and it's time to start building again for the new season. But I hope everybody are really enjoying their holidays right now.
Well, here in South Korea, most COVID-19 restrictions have been lifted, and by the time that the new volleyball season starts later this year, things might actually be back to pre-pandemic normal situations. So what should volleyball fans be looking forward to?
Yeah, I would love to see the gyms full of spectators next year. But I gotta say, we had lots of fans coming. Obviously with the restrictions, but lots of fans in the gym last year already, which was fantastic. But what to expect? A better and better show. Hopefully a better and better volleyball, and this is what we will start working on from day one when we get back to the gym. We want to prepare a better show for our audience, for them to enjoy.
Tommi Tiilikainen, head coach of the Incheon Korean Air Jumbos. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Have a great day.